Howdy. Welcome to the Crafting Coop. We're here to do a little boot scooting. Right, Carrie?
Yep.
We're going to boot scoot this whole craft.
Yes, we are. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw is right. We're ready to do it. The funny thing is, I do know country line dancing, but it has been years and I don't know if I remember any of it.
I do not know how to line dance.
But anyway, we're so glad you're here. If you are here and it is the replay, please leave hashtag replay so we at least know you were here. And then go out and click on there and send some people out.
Hey, Penny.
Um,
You're the first one on. Stacy's not here tonight. Just me and Risa tonight.
yep.
Hey, Ramona. How you
Hey,
doing?
Ramona. Hey, Penny. Trying to find. There we go. There's one,
Hey, Belinda.
two.
Did you go to your mom's today? Are you down there? I can't remember. I think you said
Three,
you are.
four,
You were.
four.
Belinda's package came this afternoon.
Oh, good.
That is so crazy how long it took.
Yeah.
But didn't you send that out like last Wednesday?
A
So it
week.
took
No,
a
we.
week?
No. Was it last Wednesday or the Wednesday? Yeah, last
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay,
Hello. We're so
gotcha.
glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Um, we're sorry we're 30 minutes late. Oh, let me send that out to this thing. Sorry. Hold on. Copy. We had a meeting at Wyatt's school and it there was no missing it. So we thought it'd be best if we just changed the time this once.
She says she loves everything and you overdid yourself.
um I can never find the crafting coop on here. I don't understand why. Why? It like, oh, because I'm on it. Dang, Risa.
Oh,
That was
goodness.
pathetic. No wonder I couldn't find it in the list because I was on it.
Oh, goodness. Lose
Wow.
everybody tonight.
Wow.
Where's
Wow. That was ridiculous.
everybody?
Hey, Sharon. So Ramona got her package. Wendy got her package. Belinda got her package. Sharon got her package. My brother got his package. I think that was all I sent, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, good. I'm glad they all got to where they were supposed to go.
I think so, yeah. I feel like there's one more, but I can't think of who it was. So probably not. It's probably just me. Anyway, we are boot scooting tonight. Boot scooting. That is what we are doing. So thank you guys for coming. And hopefully that will bring a few more people in. I know it's 30 minutes later than normal, and I knew that would probably mess it up, but not a lot we can do about that. So
Nope.
there's Lisa Mary. Hey, Lisa Mary.
How you feeling?
Okay, let's switch.
How are you feeling? Okay, why is it mine switching? Whoa. Why
Well,
is
what?
it switching? There. Sorry. Okay, got a crazy look. Crazy facial. Oh, turned my whole light off. Okay. Let's see if I can get myself
Huh,
situated here.
pretty up there, pretty good. Okay.
I don't know why
Um,
this is all crookedy.
let me see.
Come on, move. Thank you. Okay, I need to go. I think that. Hey, Carol. Maybe that will work.
Oh, I think I like it. What?
Sure. Trying to get myself situated.
You're crooked.
I know
Very
I am.
crooked.
I know I am. You're doing a lot better.
There you go. Now it
And
looks good.
you made one of your. You made a book.
Hey, hey, Carla, I got your text message,
Hey,
but
Carla.
I was in a meeting with what for White schooling. Um, but I will reach out to Tanya about it
I don't know if I want to do
if
that.
she didn't see it already. I don't know, but I'll reach out to her. Okay, so
I don't know what color I'm using. I don't really have any colors that match.
mine don't match perfectly at all.
So I'm gonna go this color. I got paint all over me. Okay, I gotta put my apron on.
Okay. So anyway, it was
Hey,
an
Dale.
interesting
Hi,
meeting. That's all I
Wendy.
can say. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Dale. Very interesting meeting, Wendy, at the school. Um, not sure exactly what Jess is going to do, but they just to he's struggling in math, but he's being picked on the playground, and he's just given up. Literally, she said just in the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, he stopped doing his work, and so, but she said, I mean, it's a Christian school and we pay for it, right? Um, we pay for it, and they said that because it could be emotionally hard to move him, that 7 years with the same kids that he's been with this whole time. And but then they kept saying, but he plays on the playground with the fourth graders. Well, that's because the bigger boys in that class are picking on him. Because he wears tennis shoes instead of cowboy boots. Sometimes he wears his cowboy boots. Um, I mean, these are kids that are picking on him, and they don't even have livestock animals at their house and 4-H and take care of all this, and they're saying he's not country. This kid's about as country as he can get, but he just likes tennis shoes too. And so the principal was like, "Whoa!" But
Does Wyatt ever
you
say
know
anything back to him?
what?
Does Wyatt ever say anything back?
Yeah, and then
Like,
his reasoning for not telling the teacher is because then the whole class would know, and then he would get picked on even more because they do a whole class talking to. And yeah, so Wendy, I should call you because we need to set a time that we can talk for a minute because I do want your opinion on something. um um but it just, so what they said is that it's our decision, holding back or pushing through. That, you know,
does he have
it's
friends he likes? Wendy
he
wants.
d- he does not want to move forward. No, he wants to move forward. He does not want to be held back because he's been with those kids for a long time. That's, even though he's playing on the playground, and I'll tell you why he's playing with them, because that's the kids that play baseball, and he likes baseball. Yeah, he's got lots of friends there. I mean, and he loves baseball. So that's the kids that are playing baseball. The other kids are playing basketball, and he doesn't really want to play basketball. So it's not like he's playing with them because that's what, I mean, other fifth graders are playing baseball too. So you see what I mean? It's not like, you know, it's just, it's not. So the principal said a few things, and I basically, she, I was getting ready to put her in her place when she said, because they told us that the math teacher and the tutor said things, and Jessica talked to the math teacher, and I talked to the tutor, and that is not what they said. And she's like, well, she's intimidating, and you can be in, she is shy, and you can be intimidating, Risa. And I'm like, I know I can. I said, but at least I get things done and I don't lie. So basically, they told us that she lied to us about how well Wyatt's doing in math. But we see that he's doing good in math. We see that he's doing good in math. We watch him do it. The problem is he doesn't do it in the class, or in the class with the math class. He goes to math with like 5 different kids. He doesn't want to do it there because the kid that's picking on him about being not country is sitting there glaring at him. So of course, he doesn't, he doesn't feel right. So, but I did put her in her place, by the way. I did. I said, look, this is what happened, and you handled it wrong. And I hope you take that and you learn from it. I was nice, but I'm like, you need to learn from it. And if I tell Wendy what it is, she'll explode. She'll be letting me go down there and tell that teacher, because I know how she feels about it. So, yeah. So I'm just like, you get to the point where you're like, well, I don't know what to do. His feelings with homeschool is that he will miss his friends. He's really worried about the social aspect of it. Um, he's been at this school 7 years, and he's got 3 more years to go. 3 more years to go. And I think the sixth grade teacher is a good teacher. And they said that he could go on to sixth grade and but go back to his teacher now for fifth grade math. And that, if we work with him and there's no pressure about being picked on and all that garbage, then it'll probably be okay. And so, but Jessica's she's like, I don't know. Now she's leaning towards holding him back. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know, Jessica. He has a little, he's great in science, he's great in history. He does good on his spelling test. If he studies, he's good at reading. His penmanship could be better, and then a little bit better. And then I do hear your dryer. And then a little bit
You
of,
hear it?
yeah, I can.
Darn it.
Um, then a little bit of uh, comprehension of what he read, and then his math. So, yeah, Wendy's typing. Yeah, yes, we had the entire summer. Exactly. It's math. It's just math and a little bit of comprehending what he's reading some of the time, because he reads so fast. He doesn't comprehend it.
And Hannah
Hey,
can
Ray.
help him. Hannah can help him too. I gotta use my
Yeah.
blow dryer.
Oh, it's okay. Use it. Yes, Hannah, her daughter is a fourth grade teacher, and she said she would help him, like even if she just met with him once a week for an hour or something, to just like go over it all and what he needs and stuff. I mean, he has a tutor, but she's young, she's never taught before, she's just an assistant, and I don't know that it's working with her. So I don't think he should be held back either. So I think he should go on. Yeah, I think it's going to be too much on him to hold him back.
I just
My son will be going to be held back.
those kids
His
will pick
own
on him
class.
about it.
If what? If he gets held back?
Yeah, those boys
Oh
that pick
yeah,
on him now are gonna pick on him if
yeah,
he gets held back.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, um, yeah. that's kind of where we're at. And but I do want to talk to you, Wendy, um, about some. I want to talk to you because I think that you could have some advice for some stuff that I'm thinking about. Um, but yeah, I just, for some reason, I just got it in my gut that we should not hold him back. I just really do. And we've got all summer to work on it. And Hannah could help him. And we could find a different tutor. We could find like a high school, male high school kid that could come here to the house that could go over it with him and really work on it with him a lot. Um, that wants to, make some money over the summer, that is, really good in math. Um, yes, it'll wreck his self-esteem. Exactly. And Jessica knows that because, I mean, obviously she's, a therapist. So how many kids in his class? 18. Ours stayed back in the fourth grade and his class moved to middle school across town. Well, they don't move to middle school across town. They move to the next door, the room next door. So I mean, it's going to be there. They still are going to, it's going to be in his face a lot and they're going to pick on him and it's going to be bad. So I don't know. I just don't think holding him back is the thing. But there was something that happened at the school and that I had to, Jessica brought it up and the principal wasn't getting it that she was the problem. And that's where I had to tell her. Now she did apologize. She did, but um yeah, yeah, she apologized, but I don't know that she meant it because I don't think she thinks she did anything wrong. But I want Wendy's opinion if she did something wrong because um yeah, I, yeah, I do. And I think that you know, it's not right. It's not right. But it's over now. So, and she was talked to. They were trying to do the meeting like, here's where he's at, and the teacher was reading it, and she'd made papers for us all, and da 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 da. And Jessica's just like, stop, stop, stop. I can't. I know I can't do this. You guys are driving me crazy. Just spit it out. Is he you wanting to be held back? Or do you look up what Khan Academy? Um, or do you want, what is it you want? And they're like, well, it's up to you. She said, even the public schools make it up to the parent if they think the child should be held back or move on. Kids are cruel. And this kid that's doing it is um, the biggest, tallest kid in the class. He's really big. He's really tall. He's probably close to my height. He was rude to me in fourth grade when I was in there doing crafts with them. So he's a rude kid, and his parents are going through a divorce, and it's not good. And so, he's picking on the kids, that, and she was shocked to know that, a lot of the other parents have come to us and said this and this and this, and my kid's saying this about what's going on with Wyatt. And, you know, one little kid's parent came to Glenn on Sunday at a birthday party and said, I need to tell you, but he comes home every day and says he's worried about Wyatt because Wyatt gets picked on by that kid and no one will do anything about it. And Wyatt won't tell the teacher because then he thinks they're going to, pick on him more. And then, you know, the principal said, well, what all we can do is talk to him. We can't do anything else. I said, yes, you can. You can suspend him. You can suspend him. You can call his parents in. You can do all kinds of things, not just talk to him and then let him continue to do it. Doesn't work like that.
Right. Hi,
Thank you.
Dewey.
Hi, Dewey. I know. I mean, I was just flabbergasted when she said that.
Hi,
I,
Amy. Hi,
I was like,
Holly.
whoa. Yes. Hello, ladies. We're just talking about schooling. I will look at it, Wendy. Um, yeah. And what she did that we're so upset about, um, yeah, the big one needs help for sure. He's got lots of problems right now. Um, and he's picking on other kids too. And they're like, he is?
I don't think you should say what's going on that front, Lisa.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying there's a lot of kids that, he's picking on a lot of kids. And it's, you know, not good. And I just, I feel bad for him and for Wyatt and for the other kids. You know, I mean, he's crying out is what he's doing. The kid is, but nobody's really, doing much about it. So
Well, could what Wendy said, homeschool him for a year and then put him back in the
no,
next year? But
no,
it's
that
like
no,
there might
they
not be an
won't.
opening.
Right? No, we can't. If we take him out, it's over. Won't be an opening. There's a big waiting list. So it's either, and I don't think he really wants to be homeschooled. And to be honest, none of us really want to do that. I mean, we will if we have to, but the sixth grade teacher is an amazing teacher. She's been there for years. Um, she knows Wyatt very well. Um, she helps him, you know, um, and now she's going to see the reason why he wasn't participating in math class because the bully is in there staring him down. And he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to participate. He doesn't want anything to do with it. And I don't blame him. You can't concentrate and think on those things. You can't do that when something like that's happening. You know what I mean? When someone's pressuring you, it's hard to concentrate and learn and all that. And that was something that Harry's daughter said. Exactly what she said. She said, that it's going to hurt him mentally to take him, for him to skip the grade. She actually asked me a lot of questions I wasn't expecting her to ask. Hannah did.
She did.
Yeah, she did. She definitely sounded like a professional teacher. Let's just put it that way. At a public school. And I'm sure she's going to say push him to sixth. I think she will. If we work on it over the, summer. And I think he can do it. He can still do 4-H, yes. He can still join sports, yes. Yeah, but he won't be able to go back to that school probably ever again because they give the spot up. And it's a big waiting list. Be in separate classes, is that possible? No, unfortunately, because they're all in, there's only one grade per class, one class per grade.
It's very, very small.
Very small.
Very
Yeah.
small.
Like 169 kids. That's it. Hey, Kat, how are you?
I can't.
So, yeah, I mean, I would have done that. That's what I would have done, Wendy. And the only way to do that is to hold him back. But he really doesn't want to be held back. So, and I don't blame him. You know, he's actually the kid that's almost been there the longest. He is for sure. He is for sure the kid that's been there the longest in that class. There's no other original kids but him in that class because they all, carry over every year to the same thing. I think he can catch up over the summer too. And I think him and I can work on the comprehension. And I think that if the kid is not bullying him and everything's good, then I think he will be able to focus. And he will go to math, go and do math, you know, not with that kid, in other words, next year. So I don't know, but it's very interesting. Very interesting. I mean, I couldn't even believe that Jessica just was like, no, 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 stop. And she just laid it out there how she felt. And I was like, wow. And I promised her I wouldn't talk, but there were some times I did because she was trying to explain something and the principal wasn't understanding her. And I'm like, no, what she's saying is this, and but it was good when we were done. It was, we talked to his teacher for a while and it turned out to be okay after, talking, but still have to make a hard decision. Well, they're going to take care of the bully issue tomorrow. And because look, Jessica she basically told her, you stop the bullying right now. That has to stop. I would hire a summer teacher to work with him on math and comprehension. You need someone other than you to help him. I agree. Totally agree. Now, finding one is going to be hard, but we definitely can try. I mean, he has the tutor now, and she definitely will work with him, and she's been working with him, and he knows her. But I just wish there was someone maybe a little more, you know, I don't know. I mean, when I said, now that's not what she said, I'm like, so you're telling me that the tutor lied to us? That he really isn't doing good? And she said, well, she probably sugarcoated it. I'm like, well, then she's not the tutor for us because we don't need sugarcoat. We need straight up what's going on. So then I was like, oh my. That was what all the stuff Jessica said. I said, you mean she lied to us? And yeah, that's not good. Oh, she's young, she's timid. And I'm like, well, she is, but she still can't, you know, you can't do that. I'm sorry, she can't.
He's been doing all his work, Vicky.
What'd Vicky say?
Just wanted to know if he has been doing all his work.
Yeah, he's doing his work. There's a little, just in the last 2 to 3 weeks, he's not done it as much as he's supposed to because the bullying got more bad. And, kids at birthday parties are telling Glenn, you know, he's one mom said, we're worried about Wyatt because this happens every day. And when Wyatt gets in the car, now I ask him. He said today he didn't, but I don't know. I just don't know.
Does this kid have chickens and farm animals?
What kid? The
The
one
one that's
bullying him?
bullying him, yeah.
No, he's not even in 4-H.
So why it should just be like, you wouldn't know because you wouldn't know what's country because you don't even have farm animals.
Look, let me tell you how country this kid is, okay? In his 4-H. When you are 9 years old, that's the first time you can compete in 4-H and actually win ribbons, okay? He's been winning ribbons. No, he's been winning recognition, the best one out of the three or whatever it is, getting recognition for participating up till he was 9. When he turned 9, which was last summer, um, last summer he turned 10, but it was the first summer he could compete at 9. He went in there and there were 8 blue ribbons he could win, and he won all 8. Remember, Carrie, all the ribbons he
Mhm.
came out with? My desk was covered with
Like,
ribbons.
do
He
you have
won
any
all.
blue ribbons, bully?
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any blue ribbons, little bully? Like, serious, he did. Maybe he is, but he's going through, a divorce. His parents are divorcing, and that's, that's not helping the situation. So, yeah, not at all. I sure hope I'm cutting this the right direction. Please. No, it's not. Dang it. Hate it when I do that. Um,
What?
like she said, Wyatt's a good kid. He never gives me problems. Even the principals, like, never, ever, ever. I've never had, and Jessica explained, she's like, yeah, we've been here and we've been through 3 principals, and everybody does things differently, and some things were not done properly. And so, it's just
That's true. Maybe he is jealous of Wyatt.
maybe, yeah, could be.
Maybe, I mean, it's very well, maybe his family can't afford, the
Right,
Jordan tennis shoes or whatever. And maybe
right,
he is jealous and that's why he acts out like that.
right.
But it's not,
And
doesn't
that,
make it any right. It doesn't make it right.
no, it does not make it right. And that's one of the things that, um, that was one of the things that we told the teacher after the principal left. We're like, they think why they get on Wyatt and say that your parents are rich. That's the only reason why you have that. You shouldn't wear those because, none of us can have them and stuff like that. That one kid, not the main bully, but a different one, said those things to Wyatt long time ago. And I'm like, Wyatt, look, not everybody makes the same amount of money. Not everybody has the same things. And it's just your tennis shoes you wear to school. I mean, this is silly. And it really is silly.
Vicky said, so what is the 4-H issue? Is he doing the work to meet expectations or not? And
Oh,
this
yeah.
time of year, there are not many learning expectations.
No, he's doing great. He does great in 4-H.
4-H
4-H
is
is,
awesome. Yeah.
yeah, he's awesome in 4-H. He won he had the possibility last year for the first year to win. He could win 8 blue ribbons, and he won them all
Yes,
8.
not 4-H.
He
It's school.
No, it's school. Yeah. He smoked them at. They were like, "Oh my gosh, I can't even believe this kid did this." And the 4-H leaders, like, he's gonna be the one to beat. And which is, it's not about winning. Even Wyatt knows that. It's about just doing what you're supposed to do, presenting the chickens, do how you take care of them, talk about it, and um you know being a good sport. And he did, and he was good about it. And but those kids are not even in his 4-H. The ones that are doing the bullying, they probably don't go to 4-H. I don't know.
You go,
What?
Cat. Cat said when her
What?
daughter got bullied, she told the principal that if they don't fix the issue, they will be seeing themselves in the
In
news.
the news. Well, guess what, Kat? When Jessica was a teenager, she was probably in 10th grade. I'm going to say 10th grade. Um, she had a teacher that was, Jessica was a cheerleader, and I am a professional photographer. And so I would go to the football games and take pictures of the kids, the teenagers, the cheerleaders. And she found out that I was gonna my the guy that I partnered with, who was real good friends with us, um, he was going to come to the homecoming and take a picture or take a video and make a video for just the cheer team. It was basically the cheer team plus the floats, like the floats that go around the football field for homecoming. And so when it was all over and Jessica had the video, that teacher asked her if she could borrow it. And she said, you could borrow it, but you cannot make a copy of it because it's copyrighted. And it said it right on there. And so she wasn't giving it back. Jessica asked for it a couple times. And I'm like, Jessica, you tell her that I want that CD back. Well, it was probably, I don't know, just a couple weeks after that. And Jessica, I had done more pictures of the cheer team, and one picture that Jessica had, and she brought the book to school so other kids could see, kids could see it. And one of the pictures was uh, Jessica's best friend, a girl, kissed her on the cheek. And the prince, the didn't want to give back the CD, the teacher. She stood up and picked up the book, Jessica's book, and said, now this is, a long time ago. We're talking 20 years ago when being homosexual was, a bad thing. They are always against it. Well, she picked it up and went, look, two lesbians, and the whole class started making fun of them. Well, I marched my butt up there the next day and I said, you know what? I don't care if she is gay or she isn't gay. You don't treat someone like that, regardless. Hey, Tracy, is Ralph here? Hey, Ralph. Did I see Ralph? No, I don't see
Mhm.
Ralph. Um, anyway, I went up there and I told the principal what happened, and he's like, oh, here, go ahead and sit down. And because I was mad, I wasn't, didn't have anything to do with, it was the fact that she was making fun of her. Could have been making fun of her about anything. Could have been making fun of her that she had a pink nose that day or something. It didn't matter what it was. It was the fact that she was making fun of them. And the whole class jumped on the bandwagon and did it too. And this was like, I don't know, 1990, no, 2004. Yeah, 2004. And so the principal said, oh, hold on 1 minute. And he sat me down and he went and got Jessica and he got the teacher. And he said, we sat at a table with four of us. And he looked at me and he said, go ahead, tell her what you think. And I stood up and I put my finger in her face and I said, don't you ever make fun of my child again. I don't care what it's about. I don't care if she looks like Bozo the Clown. You do not humiliate someone and tear them down like that and encourage the class to make fun of them. And I mean, I let her have it. And the principal said, she's right. And I said, I want her out of her class. And the principal said, we're going to even do better than that. You are not allowed to go within 100 feet of Jessica anywhere on the campus. He said, and you see her, she's coming, you turn around and go the other way. Because I was mad. You don't pick on kids like that. And so she did. She stayed away from Jessica. She didn't want anything to do with me. She knew I was pissed. And I told her that. I said, look, this has to do with the fact that I said, I don't care what you would have done, what you would have called her. I don't care what it was. You don't do that and encourage a class to pick on someone. So, I was
So
mad.
I think Vicky might have missed part of what you were saying because she wanted to know why. So why are they wanting to hold him back?
Oh, because he's not doing good in math.
But if that's the only subject, that seems kind of silly.
Well, right. Well, I mean, he lacks in a little bit of. He reads really well. He's got great history, spelling, science, and she said that. She's like, I don't have enough proof to hold him back from the whole class. From the whole class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right, Wendy. Yeah, she does. You're exactly right. I should have told her the story. Dang it. Um, anyway, I so what they're saying is he could stay in fifth. I mean, he could stay in sixth, go to sixth, and then you just come back for fifth. But because he reads so fast, sometimes he doesn't catch the comprehension of what he's reading, and so they're worried that maybe it's going to be whatever. And so I said to them, because the first time he has a 504, and it is a Christian school, private, and they do not have to abide by a 504, but they do try to. But the first time we had the meeting with about the 504, the principal acted like she didn't want to do any of the accommodations, and so that upset Jessica. Well, um I looked at him today and said, look, we live in a little place in a little county, and I said, Jessica, I didn't think my daughter was even going to graduate high school. Okay. She graduated high school early by 6 months or half the year. She went on to get a bachelor's degree, and then she got a master's degree in psychology with honors from Pepperdine University, I might add. Yes, the 504 is different. And so 504 is like accommodations. So anyway, I said, if Pepperdine University can accommodate Jessica, and it's a private school, on her 504 at 30 years old, you can accommodate his. Oh, yeah, we can change their mind real quick. I'm like, that's not fair. I mean, he's been there 7 years, and we've been very loyal to that school. So they left it up to Jessica. And it helped immensely, really. Well, he's been trying to catch up on math now for like with the tutor for, well, the whole year. But that's another thing. The reason he's behind in math, the whole class is behind in math because she hired someone that went to school to be a teacher, college, but never was a teacher. And she didn't know how to teach them completely properly. And so she met the children where they were instead of teaching them more. So the whole class is behind in math, like the whole class. And so that was another thing. I'm like, well, I'd like to know, did you train her? Well, she has other teachers as mentors that she can go to. Okay, well, that wasn't my question. I want to know if you put a teacher in there and you didn't train her. But do they have an intervention team that can work with him? Yes, there is, yes. And it's a very small school. Yeah, I mean, it's not just him. It is a very small school. It's like only 160 kids, K through
Very
eighth.
small, and it's a private. It's not a public
Yep,
school, so they
private
don't
school.
have to follow the same regulations as
Yeah,
public
she
schools.
knows. Yeah, she
Yeah.
knows that. Tracy knows that. And so yeah, I think Tracy worked at the schools or was a teacher or something. Yep, yep, you're right. I just don't think we should hold him back. I really don't. But I held Jessica back in fifth grade, and she's like, why'd you do that? And I'm like, well, because you took a test and they said that, you were Arkansas standards, not California standards when we moved to California. And so, but it's different than what his is. Yeah, I think he does too.
I mean, if it was like a regular public school, it might be a lot easier
Buddy,
for him to stay back, but with that
did he
small of a
test?
school, it's not.
He was? You did? Yay, Wyatt. You got your stripe. Sorry, Carrie.
That's okay.
He was standing there looking like he was crying. So what'd you say? Say it again.
I was just saying, if it was like a huge public school, then it wouldn't be so bad.
Right.
Because
And if there was multiple classes and they
yes,
didn't play on the playground together,
yes, yeah,
all that kind of thing.
yeah.
So yeah, it's yeah, there's a lot to it. So, but he is worried because he does not want to be held back, and I don't blame him. I do not blame him, but he's going to have to work really hard if he doesn't get held back this summer, like Wendy said. And they suggested some books and stuff to help him. The teacher did. So,
Oh, you didn't sound snappy, Tracy. She said
oh no,
she is being sensitive because of her experience with sixth grade
sixth grade
math.
math. Yeah.
So sorry
So
if I
sorry. No,
sounded.
you didn't. No, you didn't sound it at all. I thought what you said was great.
What did
Nope.
he make on the end of grade test?
What? What did it say?
What did he make on the end of grade test?
Well, his last math test he took, he got a 37. But then he took it. Is there a reason? Just because he doesn't want to, and he's been there for so long. And, you know, I mean, they may want to do it. I mean, we did find a good school here that he could go to, but right. That was your issue. Yeah. Yeah. I get it. Yeah. But we don't, it's the only private school we have. I mean, we live in a little bitty place. Everybody knows everybody. And it was really funny too, because the principal acted shocked when we said, that we're friends with a lot of people in the school. And she kind of looked at us and we're like, and parents are telling us things. Oh, you know, no, we don't have the scores yet. No, but he did get a 37 on the math test, and then took it to the tutor and fixed it. Right? She allowed him to fixed it, and then she looked at him and she said, Wyatt, if you know the math, why did you get a 37? And he said, because it's too noisy in there. And it's too much. The kids are just all disruptive and always moving around, and I can't think, and it's frustrating. So that needs to be something on his 504. So I understand that,
Do
but
they
honestly, as
do
hard as it was,
standardized
fresh
testing?
start is sometimes best. Do they do it?
Yeah.
I think so. He needs to go through puberty with his friends. There should be an end of the year test of some kind. Yeah, there is. I also got my crocodile too. And oh, yay, Belinda. Yeah. So, I don't know where I know I have a cowboy boot, but I don't know where it's at. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I do need a button though, don't I? But anyway, it's just been crazy. Like literally, it's been crazy. Yeah, he has attention deficit. Yeah, he's ADD. Yep. And Jessica was too. And he is on the exact same things that she was. Like literally. Literally. Like she didn't test well, and he doesn't test well. It wasn't math. She was bad at like history, and he loves history. And also, sometimes like throughout the year, the rules would change. And she was like, what you just said sounds, yeah, he's ADD. He has a 504. He takes medication just like your grandson. Yeah. Yep. And that's why I said the 504 needs to be fixed and accommodated. Just that simple. So,
Why not public school? I taught public school for 28 years. They will meet every 504 item. Maybe he needs a headset during testing.
Maybe what?
He needs a headset during
During
testing.
testing. Oh no, that would be cool. I didn't think of that. The reason we don't do public is because it's not the greatest either here. Probably would have some of the same issues. I mean, seriously, I'm just being honest. My daughter's a therapist, and that's what she does. She therapies the children of this county that go to the public schools. And she does it with children that are in trauma crimes and all kinds of stuff. And so, yeah. No, what is that? I don't know what that is. They need to do an amendment to his 5. Yeah, that's what we said. And she did. The teacher agreed. We do need to amend his 504 for sure. So, for sure. I don't know what that is, Wendy, but you can tell me because we're going to go ahead and go because I know Carrie's got stuff to do. But I appreciate you all and I appreciate you listening and I appreciate all your comments. It does make me feel better. And you are so welcome, Belinda. And I think Wendy's going to open her box live on Friday, maybe or something. But yes, we appreciate it very, very much. And I appreciate you guys talking to us. And, you know, sometimes it just helps talk to your friends, you know. I mean, Carrie and I talk all the time, but you know what I mean? Just have other opinions. Fell
Good
at or
night,
near the
Amy.
same score for fall. I was pulled from the class in the second week. Hold on. From holiday. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Hi, Amy. We wish I wish he was here. We put children first. He would thrive here in the small district. Yeah, this is it's let's see, let me think. It's like four elementaries, one junior high, two high schools. And the two high schools are merging. They're merging to be one. And Glenn graduated from the high school here in the county. So he knows what it's like. And Jessica does too, because she's in there all the time. She's in there all the time. So anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. And I am live in the morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. And I hope I get to see you guys. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Okay.